All right, we are back coming to you live from the Apex here in Las Vegas as we get ready for Fight Night 234 this Saturday, the Consumer Electronics Show tomorrow. A lot of broadcasts coming up, the PGA show, the St. Pete Boat Show, WWE Royal Rumble, and then some football game that's back out here in a couple of weeks. The Super Bowl, that's right, we'll be broadcasting. So a lot of times things just happen, and all for the right reason, right? So Tara comes up and says, "Hey, you got a couple minutes?" Manel Kape is standing right outside the door. And we're like, "Yeah, let's hit the top of the break." And this is why it makes sense. Knockout Radio. Manuel, how are you, sir?
I'm very good.
Nice to meet you. Appreciate your time. The former knockout champion.
Yes.
So it just makes sense that you came and sat down and talked a little with us.
Definitely. This knockout. This is make for me.
So we always ask, especially when we're here at the Apex, it's fight week. Is it all the same? Do you treat them all the same? You know, and I know that's probably a question you get all the time, but I am curious because, you know, it's like, you know, a schedule. You know, you're used to Wednesday you do this, Thursday you do this. Or do you purposely try to change it up because the next 3 days, you know, gets monotonous? It's, you know, the leading up to what you got to do on Saturday.
Actually, every camp is different. Every fight camp I have, every fight is totally different. I try to do different things too to don't become boring. And of course, we have all this schedule in fight week. But it's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
After your last fight, a lot of times fighter goes, you know, I want to stay active. I want to fight again real soon. Was this, I mean, you just fought like, what, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago?
Yeah. I supposed to fight December against Kape, but he didn't show up again. So I just want to be busy. I just want to work. You know, this is what I do. This is because I'm a fighter. You know, we have to fight. You know, and I just believe that we are fighter. We have to fight, and we are here January again.
I had a friend of mine. Sorry, he played in the NFL. He then came to the UFC. He fought at UFC 100. Marcus Jones, and Marcus always told me about our football, not his, which is soccer.
Real football.
Real
football. You forget,
yeah, right. After I said that, I'm in trouble. Now it's 2 against 1 and 2 fighters. This isn't going to go well. You know, his comment was he didn't even like football, American football.
Yes.
I'm just good at it. You know, I got paid a lot of money, and then he got into MMA, and he loved it. And so I tend to ask this as well. You're good at what you do. I mean, do you like fighting, or it's what you do? It's how you make a living, and it's how you live.
I love fighting, of course. If I'm doing this, if I'm good at what I do, it's because I love it. No one can do something and not love what you're doing. If you don't love what you do, you don't gonna have success in what you do. So I think part of my success is because I love to fight, and fighting is in my blood. Is my family. My father was a former world champion in boxing, and all my family they are boxing fighters, my brothers. So fighting is in part of my blood, in part of my life.
So listen, we just spoke before that obviously you're very well travelled, but you now live here live in Vegas.
Yes.
Your last fight when you were in Australia, the distance of going, what do you prefer? Do you prefer getting away from Vegas and all of the distractions of being at home to go somewhere to be there for fight week away from home? Or do you prefer that you only live 15 minutes from the Apex?
People think that Vegas is a distraction, but Vegas is not distraction. Vegas can be very, very good, you know.
Yeah.
Even to live, to train, to fight. Of course, have the distraction. Actually, it's fun because I have more distraction when I live in Thailand than in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, when people think Vegas is great.
Sure, yeah.
But I love live here, actually. I just don't like to fight outside because I have to pack my bags and all this stuff, and I have a lot of things that I don't know what to choose. You know, this it's just because I don't like to fight outside. I like to fight in Vegas.
Really sometimes understand what a fighter goes through in an 8-week, 12-week camp.
Yes.
What's the first thing you're looking forward to doing on Sunday? Is there Yeah.
I'm a master in the kitchen, so
Okay.
I want to have my barbecue.
Lovely.
I want to go to some nice restaurant and then cook at home some good food to my friends.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm looking for, to eat a real food.
I'm just making plans to go hang out. Super Bowl week, we'll have some
Yeah.
barbecue. We'll do
Some
some good
barbecue,
stuff.
some octopus. I do.
Oh, I love
very
that.
good
Oh.
octopus.
Wow.
More than one.
Enough with sports and radio. We can talk food.
Are you someone that once you've been through it, are you someone that allows yourself 2 or 3 weeks off of training? You can just eat what you want, relax with the family and your friends, and then get back to it? Or are you one of those people that I'll have one day, I'll have some barbecue, and then I'm back in the gym working on things? How do you approach it?
Actually, I take 1 week off. But most of the time I eat whatever. Um, I just restrict myself like 4 3 weeks of the fight. But normally at night you're gonna see for some good nice food, me cooking,
Yeah.
uh, all this stuff. I mean, fight camp. I do a lot of stuff. I'm not just focusing on fight, but I have a healthy routine.
Okay.
And try to enjoy everything what I have.
Right. Okay.
All right, since we are broadcasting from the Apex, just for a second, let's talk about Saturday night, fight night 234. Give me your thoughts on your opponent.
About Nicolau, I faced him one time. I beat him, and I'm gonna beat him again. He's a well-rounded fighter, but he's good fighter, but have a very big difference than be good and be excellence. And I'm excellence. And Saturday night, I'm gonna knock him out. Him, definitely 100% sure on my first round.
What's it like? You're the fighter. I'm just an old fat radio guy. I have made that walk.
Hey, you're not old.
I appreciate that. And I take it back. I have made that walk because I walked with Matheus in London at UFC 40, whatever, but I'm not a fighter. What is that walk like? What are you thinking about? Or are you trying not to think and just trying to, next thing you know, you're in the octagon. Next thing you hear Bruce, talk us through that.
No, when I'm facing the octagon, I want to be there. I want to feel. This is when I release everything, all the energy, what I have inside, and I think, wow, right now I'm here. I want to fight because I love the show. I love when people watch me. This is the kind of me. Everything what I do, I like to people watch me. So when I go into to the octagon. I'm going to the violence. I really love the fighting, and it's just easy in my head.
I always talk about this, and I've covered the UFC. I think I mentioned it since UFC 1. And, at the very beginning, cockfighting and this and that. And we kept trying to say and teach and educate, and I'm always amazed, but like to talk about to educate, the others. The light switch. I mean, you seem like the nicest guy in the world, laid back, enjoying life, the whole 9 yards. And I can picture that light switch, when you step in there. And you talked about the violence. What's that light switch? When does that happen?
It's funny because everybody say this about myself. I'm just a two different person after in the fight and after the fight. But I like fight. I like fight. I like fight. And,
you made that clear.
I like fight. Like in school when I was a kid, I always fighting. And so I find the way to fight. On proper
legally,
rules,
and make money.
And make money.
Well, listen, we just spoke with all before you came on. We've been talking about American football, but real football.
Yes.
Who's your team?
Soccer.
Who do you follow?
No, I was a very good soccer. I don't know if you guys see my videos, but I was like the best. But I follow. Right now, before when I was more into to soccer, of course I follow my city, Porto.
Yeah.
Porto. I'm a big fan of. But Porto, my city, I follow.
Yeah. I was there. So when Porto won the UEFA Cup.
Yeah, UEFA Cup.
When they
With
beat
Mourinho.
Celtic, when they beat
Mourinho.
Celtic, because
Yeah,
I'm a Rangers fan from Glasgow.
yeah,
But we would just happen to be there, and we went cheering Porto on because Celtic we hate.
yes.
So we were in Porto that night, and we went to, we went to the big fan fest, and they had it on the screen. It was amazing. It was amazing. So that's yeah. Oh, beautiful city as well. Very, very beautiful city.
Good stuff, Manel. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
We're going to take your address. We're going to mail you a care package from 8 Man Strong, as well as some products from Bucked Up Energy Drink. And if it's you, I'm going to reach out to you. We'll be back.